All right, so one of the questions that came up is our receptacles don't seem to be lining up on a couple of them, like they're too far to one side. So in that case, what's probably happened is the frame, which doesn't happen much, the frame or the mounting bracket is too far to close to the middle. So what I want to do is show you how to take this apart and be able to relocate the frame. So what we're going to do is, the first thing we'll do is we'll take the power receptacle out. Again, you push the bottom tab, you slide it to the middle and off it comes. Push on the bottom tab right here, slide to the middle and off it comes. And then the next thing you're going to do is we'll have a flathead screwdriver, and you want it to go right here at the top. There's a little push and at release point. And if you push that plastic tab down, it creates a release point, and it pulls it. So in this case, I pushed it for video purposes. I'm going to pull it out the other side. You can pull it from either side. You're just going to push it out. Now it comes. Now I'll pull my power back through the frame, and there it goes on the back. We'll lay it down. So what's happened is this bracket has probably been mounted a little too close to the middle. It should be, as you can see here, 9 5/8 to this hole. So let me show you how to take the bottom off, and we'll see that easier. So what you want to do next, put some parts over here. You're going to take your flathead screwdriver, you're going to set it in the angle, maybe really around that one. Set it right in the angle, and it knocks it loose. And I'll do the same thing. And I'll knock it loose on this side. So there it is, it's off. Now what we want to do next is we're going to see here that the distance from the inside of this frame to the center of the hole, or the first screw, should be 9 5/8 distance. So before you do anything, you could measure that and see if it's not 9 5/8 pretty close by your tape, then that's our problem. So what we're going to do in this case, nothing's wrong with it, but I'm just going to show you how you do it. You basically take a Phillips head and you unscrew that. Unscrew the bracket with these two screws, and off it comes. And so now you can see clearly this 9 5/8. Just right at the center of that hole, pretty close, 9 5/8. If it's off a little bit, we have a fudge factor of 1/4 of an inch built in, but it looks like in one picture I saw that the bracket, instead of being mounted here, maybe shifted over a little bit too close to the middle, and that's causing the problem. So just check your edges from here to the center hole, or this first hole should be 9 5/8. So we'll put this one back together. And once you get them in the right location, these are self-tapping screws, so you don't need to drill a new hole. If you're mounting a new one, say you had to move it a little bit, it's still going to tap in, just go straight in. That locks that down. And there's one more. And all this bracket does is suspend the power, helps suspend it. So now we're going to put the frame back on. And again, this goes in the last slot. And I'll come down here where I can see it better. The last slot right there, and you can use a mallet or you can do it by hand, whichever way you want. And again, this is on a flat surface or the floor. Now let's mount this back up. So we're going to push this through. Our festoon or our jumper goes through. This locks on here. It's got a little ears on it. You just slide them in. Right there, that slides those in. These ears slide in, and you'll hear it click and it locks. And the last thing you do for this is you're going to put your receptacles back on. So start on this side, on the inside, you push your button, you'll hear it click. Again, you push it to the outside. When you put the base cover back on, start on one corner, push it down, and it should line up. Now like that. That didn't quite line up, right? We know it's right. So the nice thing is this receptacle can move just a little. And there it goes. It lined up, but it's still not right. See? So now this is too far to one side, so I slide the whole base cover until I get it centered up in the hole. And there you go.